So today we are just going to see few more activities in BluePrism. Let's see. So today we are just going to see the browser-based application, how we are just going to automate it. Okay. So let's see how we're just going to perform this action. So before moving on, let's understand what exactly the application we can automate through the BluePrism. Okay. So we can automate browser-based application. Okay. We can automate window-based application. We can automate Java-based application, and we can automate also the mainframe application. Okay. So these are the applications which we can automate through the BluePrism. Okay. But now let's see how we are just going to automate and what exactly the things we just need to take care of. So if you want to automate any kind of application, so we need to capture the attributes. We need to capture, or you can say spy the attributes attributes of application. Okay. So if you want to capture or if you want to spy the attributes of any application, then we have different kind of spy modes in BluePrism. Okay. So what are those? The first one, we can go for HTML mode. We have Win32 mode, that is for window based application. We can also go for UI mode, that is user interface mode. We can go for region mode. We can go for accessibility mode. Right? So we have different kind of the spy modes. Okay. So HTML mode basically we use for the browser based application. Win32 is window based application. UI, that is basically the user interface applications. Region mode is basically for the OCR concept, that is for example, if you want to read the data from the image, that is basically the surface automation mode. And accessibility is basically when if any of the mode is not working in that moment, then we can just go for the accessibility mode. So let's see what we need to do. I am just going for this browser based application. So let's see what exactly we have to do. So I have one web page. Let's see. I have this web page and I just need to log in into this web page. That's it. So the username, that is login name, then password, then click on this login button. This activity I just need to perform. So if you want to go for this login activity, so let's see what are the steps will be. Okay. So we are just going to create the object first. Steps. So first step will be create the object. Okay. And how you are just going to create the object? So what we have to do here, just do the right click, then create object, day 4. So I have created this object. Now next, and simply finish this one. Okay. Now Always remember, if you want to interact with any of the application, okay, so for example, I say I just want to interact BluePrism with any of the application, okay, whether that is a browser based application, that is window based application, Java based application, or a mainframe application. So directly you cannot interact with the BluePrism with any of other application. You cannot directly get connect. Okay. So what we have to do, they have given a bridge which will help you to get connect your BluePrism with any other application. So that bridge is known as a application modeler. Okay, so that bridge is known as a application modeler. So application modeler is a bridge which helps you to interact your BluePrism or connect your BluePrism with any other application. And this application modeler is available in Object Studio, not in the Process Studio. Okay, is it clear till here, Ravinder?
Clear, Anu?
Okay, so now, so first of all, we have to create the object. Okay, then we have to go for application modeler and spy the attributes. Okay, then we have to spy the attributes. After that, assign the attributes to respective stages, then connect all the stages in the flow. Okay. So let's see how we are just going to perform this one. So first of all, I'm just gonna copy the URL of this page. Okay, so let's see. So just open this object. So now if you see here, you can see the application modeler. So just click on application modeler. Now here you can see it is asking define a new application model. Okay, so the new application model is basically your main root node. Okay, so you can change it, otherwise by default it is going to capture your object name. Okay, so I can change it. Suppose I say I'm just gonna automate the web HRM application. Now click on next. So now here you can see it is asking which kind of applications you want to automate. Window based application, Java based, or a browser based, or a mainframe. Earlier, in the earlier version, the 5 version and 6, so what exactly they have given? They have given only the browser based application. Now this time they have segregated the browser based application in two sections. You can use the Internet Explorer, or you can also go for the Chrome or a Firefox. Okay, so I'm just gonna use the browser based application. Now click on next. Now it is asking the browser you want to launch from the exe file, or your browser is already running, that is browser is already open. So I just want to open the browser, I just want to launch the browser from exe file. Okay, now next. Now you can see the path of your browser, that is iExplorer, Internet Explorer. Next. Now paste the URL of your web page, which web page you want to launch. Now click on next, the next, and simply just finish this one. So now here you can see the launch. So just click on the launch first. So once you will click on launch, so it is going to launch your web page. Okay. So now let's see how we are just going to spy the element. So I'm just going to give the name as suppose main page. Okay. Now click on identify. So once you'll click on identify, so on the top left you can see the mode, spy mode. So this time it is showing the HTML mode. Okay, if you press the alt key, so now here you can see Win32 mode. If you again press the alt, UI automation mode, accessibility mode, region mode. Now you can see the different modes. Okay, so now I'm just going to use this UI automation mode. So if you select it, and now here you can see if I'm putting the cursor, so area is getting highlighted. Okay, I just want to capture this login name. So what I need to do, I just need to hold the control key and do the left click. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just gonna spy this entire page first. Okay, so just control and left click. So I did control and left click. So now here you can see all the attributes of that main page has been captured automatically. So now if I click on highlight, so now you can see that area is getting highlighted into the red section. Now you can see again I'm clicking on highlight. So now you can see the red border, red outer line. Now you can see. So now under this, I have this login name and password. Okay. What you can do is you can also directly capture this login name, password, and login button. Okay, but the way of the working is I have just captured this main page, and under this main page what are the elements I'm just gonna spy. So because of that, for your reference, I have captured this entire page. Okay, so under this I'm just gonna add child. I say login name. So now click on identify. So now here you can see login name, control and left click. So now if you go here, so now here you can see if I just click on this one, so now you can see login name and password both box are showing highlighted, right? So it is showing more than one matching windows found. So what we have to do here, you can see the match index. Okay, so just check this box. Now just click on highlight. Now here you can see only login name is highlighted. Now you can see. Okay, because the both boxes are same, so you can segregate or bifurcate the boxes through the match index number, you can say. I'm gonna add one more element. This is for password. Identify the password. So now for this your index number will be 2. Now click on highlight. Now you can see it's working. Okay, after that we just need to capture this login button. Okay, login button. So click on identify, then capture this login button. Then now click on highlight and check it. Okay, it is highlighted successfully. Fine. Now simply click on apply and click on OK. Just close this browser. No need to get open this. So now what you have done, you have captured all the attributes. Okay. Any questions, Ravinder?
No. Okay.
Okay. So now let's see how we are going to assign into the Blue Prism. So first of all, what we have to do? We have to launch the application. Okay. So it means we have to open the browser or open the web page, you can say web page into browser. Okay. After that, what we have to do? We have to enter username and password. Then here click on login button. Okay, so this activity I just need to assign. So let's see how we are just going to perform this one. So if I just want to launch the application, then here I'm just gonna use the few more stages. Let's see. So I'm gonna talk about the navigate stage. Okay, so navigate stage is basically used when you want to launch the application, okay, for any click activity, or if you want to close the application. Okay, so you want to launch your application for any click activity. To close the application, you have to go for the navigate stage. After that, we have to enter the username password. So I'm just going to use the write stage. Okay. So write stage. So this is to write something on web page. Okay. So if you want to write something like username, password, and so on. Now here between the launch and enter username password, I am just going to use the wait. Okay, wait stage. So let's see, directly I'm coming on the wait stage. Before that, I'm just gonna show the one of the alternate. So what we can do is, in actions we have one VBO. That VBO is utility hyphen general. Okay, hyphen general. And under this VBO we have one action that is known as a sleep action. So if you are just going to launch your browser, so it might take some time to load your web page. Okay. So when your page will be loaded successfully, then only you have to enter your username and password. Okay. Not before that. So here what we have to do, we have to go for this utility hyphen general PBO, and we can just go for this sleep action. So let's see. So here you can see the navigate state. Now you can see, just drag this navigate, double click on this, and I say this is launch application. So just drag your main root node, the web HRM, into this element section, and from the action you can see the launch application. So click on launch, and now okay. So after launching your application, we just want to give some time frame. Okay, just wait for a 3 seconds, then enter the username password. So what we have to do, so we have to use the utility hyphen general VBO. Okay, so first of all you have to import the VBO, just like in the last session I have told you for the MS Excel VBO. Same you have to import for the utility hyphen general. Okay. After that, drag this section stage, double click, and I say this is sleep or wait, whatever you want to give the name. So now if you go here, so now here you can see the utility hyphen general. Okay. Now in action you have to select the sleep, and here you have to give the value in seconds. Suppose I say just wait for a 5 seconds or a 3 seconds, whatever the time you want to assign. Now click on OK. Now after that, what we have to do, we have to enter the login credentials. So here we have to use this write stage. Okay, so I said this is for user name. Okay, so now drag this login name into this element section, and what value you want to assign. So this is the username. Okay, then I need to enter the password. So again use this write stage. I say this is password, drag this password, and I'm just gonna enter the password. Okay. After that, we just need to click on login button. So for clicking on login, use the navigating stage. So I say click login. Okay. So drag this login button here, and here you can see global mouse click. So here, if you observe, so if you are dragging the any of the spy attributes, okay, in element section, so according to that only you will be able to see the actions. Okay, now click on OK. So now just connect all these stages. Okay, now you can see. So there is no error. Okay, I'm just gonna rename this page web HRM login. Okay, now let's execute this one. So here now you can see it is going to launch your browser. Then it is waiting for a 3 seconds, which we have assigned the time. Then it is going to enter the username, then password, then click on login button. So now you can see your browser is launched. Then after that, enter the username, password. Now click on login. Now here you can see the login has been done successfully. Okay. Now I'm just gonna create a duplicate copy of this one. So now here you can see we can remove one stage. Okay, so I'm just deleting this password. So now the for the password we have created a separate write stage. Okay, so rather than this one, what we can do is we can just click on add in the write stage, and here I can directly pass the password like this way. Okay. You do not need to create a separate stage for the password. So I say this is for username and password. Okay. Now let's connect this one. Now execute. Now you can see it's waiting for time or 3 seconds which we have assigned. Then click on this login button. Okay. So now this one. Okay. Now here what I have done, I have just simply given the username and password directly over here. Okay. But now this time I'm just gonna call it through the variable. Let's see. This is data item I'm talking about. So I'm just going to drag one data item stage. I say this is username. Okay. So here I'm just gonna take as a text, and this is my username. Okay. Then I'm gonna take one more data item stage. Double click, and this is for password. Okay, so now here you can see if I'm just gonna take as a text, and if I'm writing my password, so you can see it. Okay, so now making it some kind of a confidential hit, so just click on the password, and here you can see if I write this one, so now you can see it dot. Now okay, so now here is password. So just call these two data items values here. So here just delete this. Okay, so go into login name. So I need to call this username. So drag it here. Okay, then in password section, just drag this password. Now click on OK. That's it. Now let's execute this one. So now you can see it is going to enter username, then password, then click on login button. Okay. Now Suppose after this login, what I have to do, I have to log out this page. Okay, I have to just click on this logout. Okay, so let's see how we are just going to perform this logout activity also. Okay, so just go into application modeler. Okay, so first of all, just launch the application. So I'm writing the username, password, and after that I just need to spy this page. Okay, I just need to spy this page. So let's see. So I have selected this main page, and for this logout, I'm just gonna capture the entire page, and is within entire page, I'm just gonna capture this logout. Otherwise, you can directly capture the logout. Okay, there is not no issue, but I'm just creating a sequence, and this is a way of working actually into the real scenario cases. So I'm just gonna create an element, and I say you can rename it. Okay, I'm just gonna create this, giving the name this as login page. Okay, and now this is main page, you can say. So click on identify. So I'm gonna capture this page. Now you can see the section is getting highlighted. Okay, control left click. So now click on highlight. So now you can see it is highlighted in red section. Now you can see it's working. Okay, now under this I'm gonna add one child, and I say this is for the logout. Now click on identify, and here you can see this logout. So control left click, click on highlight. Now you can see it's highlighted. Okay, okay, so now you can see all the attributes has been captured successfully. That's it. Now click on apply, click on OK. Just close this browser. So here I'm gonna create a duplicate copy of this one, log in and log out. So look, till here we have done all the things for the login, and after that I'm just giving us some time to wait for a 3 seconds, and after that click on a logout. Okay, so again I just need to use this action stage. This is nothing but a sleep action, utility hyphen general, then go for the sleep. Then here I have just given time as a 3 seconds, and after 3 seconds what we have to do, we have to click on log out. So we need to use this navigate stage. Okay, so I say this is click, or you can say log out, whatever the name you want to assign. So drag this in element section, global mouse click center. Okay, okay, so after that I'm giving the again the 3 seconds, and after 3 seconds I need to close the browser. Okay, I'm just giving the time frame so you can see after successfully logout it is going to close the browser. Okay, if you will not give this sleep time or a wait time, then it will directly close the browser. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this navigate stage, drag this main root node into this element section, and here you can see on bottom the terminate. Okay, so this is for close the browser or close application. Now click on OK. Now just connect all these stages into the sequence. Now let's execute this one. Now you can see waiting for a 3 seconds, then click on the logout. Now it is going to wait for a 3 seconds. Now it will close your browser. Now you can see. Okay, so browser is not open. It closed the browser. Okay, now you can see your process has been completed successfully. So is it clear, Ravinder, or any doubt
Yeah,
if you have?
clear, clear, very clear.
Okay. So now this time what we have done, we have just given the sleep action. Okay. This time we have just used this sleep action. So if a sleep action is basically, this is a hard coded, you can say. Okay, for example, if I say I have given the maximum time frame to wait as a 3 seconds, but if within a 3 seconds if my page loaded successfully, then it is going to wait for a 3 seconds, and after 3 seconds it will go for the next activity, whether your page has been loaded within a 3 seconds. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to make this thing dynamic. Okay, so to make this thing dynamic, we have the wait stage. Okay, so in through the wait stage, we can make it as a dynamic or a static. So we have a two kind of a stage. In the wait, one is a static wait stage, one is a dynamic wait stage. So let's see how we are just going to create this one. I say name, this is wait stage. Okay, so let's see, I'm just gonna use this navigate. This is for launch the application. After that, I'm just gonna use this wait stage. So now once you will drag this wait stage, so it is going to give you the timeout. Okay, so if you click on this wait, so here you can see the time span. Okay, so I have given this time span as a 5 seconds. Suppose after 5 seconds, what you have to do? I said after 5 seconds, I need to enter the username and password. So just drag this. Okay. Now double click on this one. I say username and password. So I just want to call it from those variables, the data item which we have created. Okay. This one. So just make the visibility. So hide from other pages. Okay. We have that. Okay, we have also the same over here. Okay, so the variable is duplicate because of that, so you can just rename the variable. So I'm just gonna call it, so you can just rename the variable and you can call it from here, that is not an issue. Login name, and after that I just need to click on the login, and this one. Okay, so connect this one, then this one. Okay, so let's understand this one. So it is going to launch your application, then it will wait for a 3 seconds as for a 5 seconds which we have given. So once your 5 seconds will get complete, it means your time out, then it is going to enter the username password, then click on login, that's it, and end the process. Now execute. Now here you can see it is in wait stage. Okay, now you can say timeout 5 seconds. Now after 5 seconds, it is going to enter the username password, then click on login button. Okay, so this is nothing but a static wait stage. Okay, I'm gonna rename it. This is static. Okay, so how we are just going to make this a dynamic? So let's see the new one, dynamic wait stage. So I'm just gonna use the navigate stage. I say launch application. Okay, drag this main root node, launch the application. Okay, and after launching the application, I'm just gonna use the wait stage, but this time I'm going to make this dynamic. Okay, so click here, and here you can see the actions over here. Okay, So I say if my login name check if exists. So if this is existing, so it means your page has been loaded successfully, right? So here what I say maximum you have to wait for a 5 seconds. But if within a 5 seconds, if my page get loaded successfully, so how you will identify? You will identify through this login name. Okay, so if your login name exists, it means your page has been loaded successfully. So if my page loaded successfully within a 5 seconds, so now here you can see this anchor. Okay, now you can see. So this is showing as a true part. Okay, so it says if your page loaded successfully within a 5 seconds, then what you have to do? I say just enter the username and password. Don't wait for the rest of the seconds. Username, then I have password. Okay. After that, what I have to do? I have to click on login. Click login. Now, okay. Now connect these stages. Launch. Wait. Now here you can see. Check it. Exit this one. Now, if your time get out, then what you have to do? I said simply just end the process. If with after the 5 seconds, if my page has not loaded successfully, then simply end the process. That's it. Now click on execute. Now you can see. Okay. Now you can see immediately it goes to the enter the username password. Now this time it doesn't wait for the 5 seconds. Now you can see. So this is your dynamic wait stage. Okay. You can create in the sequence of the flow. So just use this anchor stage, timeout, and this one. Or if you want to create a separate end stage for this timeout, so you can also get connected. Okay. Now execute this one. Now here you can see. Okay, so here you can see immediately enter the username password. It didn't wait for a 5 seconds. Okay, so this is nothing but a dynamic wait stage. Okay, if my element exists, it means my page has been loaded successfully. Then just move on. You do not need to wait for the rest of the seconds. Is it clear till here, Ravinder?
Yeah, from timeout we can go again start.
Yes. So you said, suppose for example, if my time is out and again I just want to go for the launch the
Retry.
application. Yeah. So retry
Yeah.
you can just go for. So you just need your anchor stage and create this flow again with this launch application.
Okay.
Okay. So you can just create it. That is not an issue. Okay. But every time if your page is suppose if there is an issue with your internet connectivity, then every time it is going to perform the loop over here. It is not
Okay. We
going to
can
end.
put maximum loop now.
Yes, so the things which I have told you, the looping
Hmm.
concept, that is the counter concept. So you can give the number of attempts actually.
Okay.
Okay. So just try till here. Okay. Then we
Yeah.
will see
Sure.
how we are just going to enter the data into this web page. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, in
Thank you,
real
Ravindra.
time, actually, which one
Yeah.
is the most important?
Mm-hmm.
In real time,
Yeah, yeah. In real time.
which module actually most important in this one?
Which?
Which concept is important actually most? Generally, what type of concept is used in RBI?
Yeah. So the concept is, for example, if I'm just gonna get connect with any browser-based application. So this dynamic wait stage we just need to take care of. Okay, and enter the username password. So your password is the basically the login credential is a confidential. Okay, so as of now you are able to see the username and the password which I am writing it over here, or anyone can just go for to see this one. For example, you say the password is in dot, but suppose if I say I just want to say it. Okay, so if I'm just
Okay.
gonna make the changes in that, so for example, so it is going to change. Okay, So username at least you are able to see, and here you can change the password over here. Okay, you can type it something over here. Okay, but now after that we will see that what exactly the things we just need to take care of, because the passwords are the basically the too much confidential. So directly we are just not going to use these login credentials from the data item stage, but we will just call it through the BluePrism variable. Okay, from any of the environment we will just call it. So that is nothing but the environment variable. So we will talk about this into the later section, that how we just need to create it and how we are just going to call it. So that is exactly happens into the real scenario cases.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
so just try till here. I'm just gonna share this file with Ajay, so he will share with you. Okay,
okay, okay.
and any other question you have?
Send that HTML page also. Na?
Okay, okay. I just need to upload that. Okay, so that application I
Yeah.
need to upload
Okay.
it. Then I will share it.
Thank-
Uh,
Okay. Thank you.
thank